So it's a new day. The plan was try and get it in the next day altogether, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. This will just be one video, but it's just not going to be as fast as I hoped it was going to be. I've now obviously got the engine all out, but it's filthy. So what I'm going to do is going to pull the caddy to the shutter, spray a load of degreaser and whatever else I've got in, and then just let it sit, give it a quick little rub down with a brush. So I'm just going to pop it off the ramp. I've just put the wheels back on. My Rotorform SPFs that were off the S4 that I bought to replace the dynamics, but they need new tyres. Just got one of them on there for now. Just going to quickly, like I say, roll it outside, give it a wash because I don't want to be putting the engine back into that. And then I've got a couple of hours from now until later on that I'm going to do the rest of the engine stuff, get the boxes off, and I think that's all I'll get done because I've got to leave to go pack some off away tomorrow. I'm not going to town that much with it, but it is loads cleaner. This was just caked in grease and grime. The degreaser that I had weren't the best, but the arms looking better. They were just full of grease. All of it was just full of grease. So yeah, I'm happy now. Just engine's out, so why not? Might as well give it a nice clean. Still blue on the inside though, on a beige van. Right now I need to rip the gearbox off both engines and swap them over, and the clutches. Still on the crane here, I've got my original engine. I've taken the turbo off it. Sorry, the sunlight's not helping the camera focus. So I've taken the turbo off. Turbo's now on here with all the lines and everything connected up. Got that on, it's proper rusty. I've swapped over the alternator with the belt, and there's just a couple of other bits that I need to swap over. I'll do the gearboxes and then I'll swap them out. Probably just set up the tripod again for a little bit of gearbox stuff. Show me ripping this one and then get the clutches off. So one on the crane is the gearbox out of my original engine that I know is fine and is good. So I'm going to put that on the new engine that I've got. Put the gearbox on, swap the ancillaries over, and then throw it back in, start plugging stuff back in. Might have a running car, we'll see. I want to swap the intercoolers over and make some pipe work though, because the original intercooler's minging and it's been held together with tech screws and stuff. We'll see. I don't know if I've got anything in to make anything. Might have to just use the standard one and then come back to that at a later date. Let's get this ripped apart, get the tripod set up, and yeah, let's go get it. Should just wobble off this now. Now it's all loose. All the bolts are out. Should just want a bit of persuasion and it should just come off. So, there's one gearbox off. On that. Right, keep all them bits together for that one. So I'm just going to quickly whip the gearbox in 3, 2, 1. And just like that, that's the gearbox off. So I need to just whip off this flywheel, the clutch, the pressure plate and the flywheel, see what condition this one's in, and then I'll throw some bits together and see which one I prefer. But yeah, looking good so far. Yeah. That was toast. Loads on the other one. That's fine. Buzzing. So you could still see the markings on this one. This one's on my other one. This one's down to the rivets. So that one's a very worn. Still loads of life left in the other one. It's almost down to that rivet there. It's almost quite flush with it. So on these ones, on the back side of them rivets, I'll focus. So I'm happy to use the one that came off my engine. So let's get that put on now. Just gonna rip the flywheel bolts out. A big good ever. That's the flywheel off. I'm gonna go rip the other one off quickly off the other engine. I'll be back. Alright, just rip the other one off. It's always good just to clean the clutch surfaces. So just get a Scotch-Brite. And then I'll get some brake cleaner on it as well. Same with that. Put the clutch in there. The pressure plate that's on the floor here. Just give that a good rub as well. What you can do is you can get a DA or whatever and just run over this and pass over it and give it a good clean. But this was fine before I took it out, so now I'll put that back there. And then what I want to do is just get some brake cleaner. Wipe all your surfaces down before you reinstall it all. That's that. Clutch in, and then a new piece of towel. Give the pressure plate a good clean. And just like that, ready to go back on. If you're like me and you don't have mint, the pressure plate on and the clutch. Put the gearbox on, I'll go and grab it. Let's zoom out a little bit. Right, now just for the little input shaft on the back. Right, let's go over what's left to put on that engine. Let's throw it in quick time. Off, and it's going to be stuck on. It's always nice, just get a pen, stick a little reference mark on it there. So when I put that on the other engine, I know the pipe's going to be in the right place. I'm not going to undo it again. So yeah, if you can, try and stick a little reference mark. You won't always be able to do it because this one's just like onto a thing, but once I know, I can see that's going to be roughly in that place. Saves undoing that when it's back in the car and messing. Didn't want to film me struggling, so I've just got the van back on the ramp. For some reason this van just doesn't like to move. You'd think it was really light with no engine, but honestly that was a struggle. But we're on. I'm going to throw the engine in now quickly, and then might even get it running today. Should be able to. We'll see how much of a struggle this is going to be now. See in a minute. I'll get the tripod set up on a time lapse and you can see. Right then, boys, let's get her in. Not going to bore you with plugging stuff back in, so I'm just going to quickly throw everything back on and then see if it starts. Hopefully it sounds alright. I don't know anything about this engine, I bought it blind. We've got everything plugged back in now. This map sensor's not for that, it's the one in the charge pipe. So I'm hoping there's nothing connected up, there's no downpipe or anything on, so it's going to be quite loud. I'm not going to run it for long, but I'm just going to see if it'll start. I think I've got the fuel lines the right way round, but we'll find out. I want to put a battery on it first. The light not being on, not connected up. Big. Move back. So that's the van, done, dusted, engine runs, that's good. Obviously I didn't know anything about this engine, sounds good. Can't leave it running for too long because I've got no radiator or anything connected up, so don't want to overheat it. Just need to service it when I get back. I'm off away, and then I'm on holiday, so I'll continue this next week when I get back and throw it all back together. Gonna stick an intercooler on it, gonna make a decat downpipe. Probably do another video on that, to be fair, finalising the van. Do this in a 3-part series. Engine out, engine in, and then finalising the van. Really enjoyed doing this, and I'm buzzing to have the van back on the road because I've not had this van on the road for months. So yeah, worth it now, and I'm happy about that. It's making me just ready to go and pull the S4's engine out because I'm just in that sort of mood. Let's get it boxed. I think the next video that I'll probably put out will be a manifold one, in line with doing, it was part 1 of the manifold series, and then part 2 will follow a bit shortly, and then let's rip that engine out, and then there'll be loads of goodies to make on that. I'm making tubular manifolds for the S4, downpipes, sticking the turbos on, and then yeah, whatever, sticking a clutch in it, same again. I'll try and make that a bit more in depth on that video. This was just, I just wanted a quick turnaround with this and get it running and driving. Yeah, look out for those next videos. Make sure you like this, give it a comment, tell me what you liked, what you want to see in the future, and I'll see you very shortly. Peace.